In the previous part, we witnessed how Isagi and Bachira grew distant only to get reunited in Blue Lock. What do you think will happen next? After their first victory against Team Y, the whole team celebrated. Bachira ran straight to Isagi with open arms, ready to hug him. But instead of joy, Isagi stepped aside, ignoring him completely. His voice was cold. "I'm not going to rely on you again." Bachira is still shocked at Isagi's behavior and couldn't say anything. Their next challenge was against Team W, the Wanama brothers. Before the match, Team Z decided to go with a 3-man rotation and attack. Bachira and Kunigami started first, and right away, Bachira's insane dribbling tore through Team W's defense. He set up 2 perfect chances for Kuon, who scored both, putting them ahead 2-0. A little later, Kunigami smashed in his own goal, and just like that, the score was 3-0. But after halftime, everything changed. Kuon started playing sloppily, almost like he wasn't even trying. Team W quickly took advantage, scoring 3 straight goals to level the game at 3-3. Isagi could see it clearly now. Kuon had betrayed them. He wasn't on their side anymore. With Team W effectively playing with 12 men, scoring became almost impossible. To make matters worse, they conceded again. The score turned 4-3. Team Z was collapsing, but Isagi refused to give in. He started controlling the midfield, pushing himself harder than ever. He noticed Bachira making dangerous runs, but he clenched his teeth and refused to pass. He wanted his own goal, his own spotlight. Then it happened. Chigiri awakened. Isagi felt it. He read the timing and launched a long ball straight into Chigiri's path. Chigiri blazed past the defense, faster than anyone on the pitch, and fired the equalizer, 4-4. With just 2 minutes left, Team Z was desperate for one last goal. Chigiri was being heavily marked now, so Isagi pushed into the opponent's box. Kunigami lofted the ball toward him. Isagi left to strike, but just before shooting, he saw the defender blocking his path. Out of the corner of his eye, he caught a glimpse of Bachira. In that split second, he made his choice. A sneaky pass. Bachira met it cleanly and smashed it into the net. 5-4. Game over. At this point, Isagi knows that he needs Bachira, but he is still disappointed in himself. After the win against Team W, Bachira turned to Isagi with his usual smile. "We won because of you. No one else could have made that pass in that moment." But instead of feeling proud, Isagi lowered his head. "I still can't score goals," he muttered. The frustration was eating him alive. Their next match was against Team B, Nagi and Reo. Everyone knew this would be their toughest challenge yet. Team Z had also realized something important. Isagi and Bachira were the ones controlling the tempo of the game. If they refused to cooperate, it would feel like only playing with 10 men. The match kicked off with Kunigami and Bachira leading the attack. Right from the start, Bachira made a huge impact. His dribbling tore through the defense, and with one swift move, he scored the opening goal. Team Z exploded with energy, but Nagi and Reo quickly silenced them. With 2 sharp plays, they turned the score around 2-1. That was when Isagi took charge. He had been reading the game carefully and realized the key. If Reo's passing lanes were cut off, then Nagi would never get the ball. From that point onward, Isagi shut down Reo's options. During a counterattack, Isagi launched a long ball to Chigiri. Sentetsu immediately chased him down, but before he could cut him off, Isagi appeared in support and floated a perfect pass to Kunigami. With a thunderous strike, Kunigami buried it into the net, 2-2. Now, it was all or nothing. The next match was critical. Chigiri tried to break through again, but was swarmed by defenders, losing possession. Reo picked up the ball and carried it forward, slicing through the midfield before passing to Nagi. But before Nagi could trap it, Isagi cut in and stole it cleanly. "I already read this," Isagi said under his breath as he burst forward. Kunigami and Chigiri ran alongside him, but the defense blocked his path. That was when Bachira made a run behind. Isagi noticed it instantly. The defender noticed it too, and shifted to follow. For a split second, it looked like Isagi would pass. Instead, he fainted, slipped the ball between the defender's legs with the nutmeg, and struck it himself. The ball flew straight into the net, 3-2. Team Z had beaten the strongest team in their group. The players on the field were in shock, but Isagi turned to Bachira and spoke firmly. "I can score too. I don't have to rely on you anymore." For Bachira, it was like a dagger. After this, the first selection was complete and the second selection began. Their first test was the AI goalkeeper. One by one, the players tried their luck. Isagi struggled at first, but with persistence, he managed to clear it. In the original timeline, Isagi and Bachira had reunited and chosen to team up. But here, things were different. Isagi walked away from his brother. Instead, he was approached by Nagi and Reo. Without hesitation, he agreed to join them. Bachira, on the other hand, joins Chigiri and Kunigami later on. Isagi's first opponent turns out to be none other than Rin Itoshi's team. Just like in the original story, they are thrown straight into the fire. The match begins with intensity, as Isagi takes control of the midfield. He scans the field with sharp awareness, searching for patterns and spacing. Reo supports him as the connector, though his focus remains fixed on feeding Nagi. Their play starts smoothly. Reo creates a brilliant opportunity for Nagi, who controls the ball neatly and scores the goal. But Rin quickly shows why he's ranked number 1. He analyzes Reo's play almost instantly and shuts him down. Ryu cuts off the long passes before they can reach Nagi. Tokimitsu marks Reo with his insane physique, making it nearly impossible for him to play freely. Rin then takes matters into his own hands, reading the game with precision and scoring 2 goals back-to-back. The score shifts to 2-1 in Rin's favor. Isagi, however, refuses to back down. His vision is sharper than ever before. After Rin's second goal, he begins carefully reading Rin's movements. When Tokimitsu tags onto Reo again, Isagi seizes the moment to launch a swift counterattack. He slips past Tokimitsu with clever positioning and drives forward. Upon reaching Ryu, he feints as if to pass to Nagi, drawing Ryu out of position. But instead of passing, he bursts past him, declaring, "I'm not Reo." With that, he thrashes the ball into the net himself. The score is now 2-2. But Rin doesn't make things easy. Being the top-ranked player, Rin manipulates space and scores 2 more goals, pulling his team ahead once again. His dominance is undeniable, yet Isagi refuses to let the game slip entirely. With a perfectly timed long ball that slices through the defense, he sets up Nagi for another goal. The match ends with Rin's team winning 5-3. Though it's a loss, Isagi's performance is leagues above the original timeline. He managed to score a goal and 1 assist against Rin's team. This is where the timeline truly shifts. After witnessing Isagi's performance, Rin makes a rare move and chooses Isagi for his team. To Rin, Isagi has proven himself as more than just a supporting piece. He has vision, composure, and the ability to keep up with him. Their team now consists of Rin, Isagi, Ryu, and Tokimitsu. On the other side, Bachira, Chigiri, and Kunigami face off against Baro's team. They dominate the match, with Bachira orchestrating the play and Kunigami showing resilience. In the end, they pick Baro for their squad, keeping Kunigami in the game and forming a powerhouse team. Bachira, Chigiri, Kunigami, and Baro. The stage is now set for an explosive clash. Rin and Isagi versus Bachira and his squad. Both sides are packed with insane talent, and the final match begins. Isagi and Rin take control of the midfield early on. Isagi knows Rin wants him to play as his support, funneling balls into his path, but his pride will not allow it. He wants to prove he is more than just a shadow. He wants Bachira to see how much he has grown. Isagi dribbles past Kunigami with a clever feint and shapes his body as if he is going to pass to Rin, but Chigiri catches up to him, forcing his hand. Isagi slips the ball toward Rin, only for Baro to step in. With raw strength, Baro bulldozes through and blasts the ball into the net. Bachira's team takes the lead. Rin responds instantly. With cold precision, he pulls off a solo strike from outside the box that bends past the keeper. The score evens at 1-1. Not long after, Isagi picks up the ball in midfield. With a perfectly judged long pass, he sends it toward Rin, who traps it expertly. Kunigami, however, blocks the shooting lane. Isagi makes a supporting run behind, which makes Kunigami question himself and give Rin the opening to score the next goal. The score turns 2-1 for Rin's side, but Bachira is not going to let his brother leave him behind so easily. After dribbling past Tokimitsu and Ryu, he smashes in a goal to tie it at 2-2. Moments later, he combines with Chigiri, using his speed as a weapon and scores again 3-2. Baro then asserts himself with sheer ego and strength, overpowering Rin's defense to hammer in another goal. The scoreline swings to 4-2 in favor of Bachira's team, and for a moment, Rin and Isagi's side look cornered. But Rin isn't worried. With Isagi reading the field beside him, he finds a gap and drives home a goal, narrowing the deficit to 4-3. At this point, Isagi takes charge. His vision clears and he shuts down every passing lane Bachira had been using. He blocks every option to Chigiri and starts reading their moves before they even happen. After stealing the ball again, he drives forward and scores the equalizer himself, 4-4. The final moments are all about ego. With the ball at his feet, Isagi ignores Rin calling for a pass. He wants the last word. He slips past a defender, cuts inside, and smashes the ball into the net, 5-4. The whistle blows. Rin's team wins. Isagi had managed to defeat his brother. Who do you think they will pick for their team ahead?